Welcome back to LakePoint Sports, the PBR Classic, our game of the day. Cory McCartney along with you with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. And Phil, it's Game on Vipers 2022 against the Yankees Baseball Club, and this figures to be a pretty good one.
Yeah, it definitely should be an evenly matched game, and we should see a lot of really talented prospects on the field.
Start off with Jordan Walden on the mound here for the Game on Vipers. Not, by the way, the Jordan Walden that was part of the Braves trade when they got Shelby Miller and sent Jason Hayward to the Cardinals.
Yeah, it looks a little different. Walden starting out with 82 there, first pitch. He's a guy that we saw a lot last summer, low 80s. Good pitch ability from the lefty.
He's taking on Dixon from the Yankees, who's hit to second base, makes the throw for the first out of the inning. A quick little run there from Walden to get the first out.
Yeah, Walden's a guy that's going to fill up the strike zone. He's not going to blow you away with anything overpowering, but he's going to challenge every single one of these hitters.
Next up for Yankees Baseball Club is Andrew McMurray. Murray sends that one back to the pitcher, makes the throw, and that's 2 down here in the inning.
Walden getting up to 85 there. Coming out 82, 85 in this first inning.
That'll bring up Xander Zeiser for Yankees Baseball Club. Xander from Harvester Christian Academy, 2022. 5'11", 155-pounder, plays first base and is a left-handed pitcher.
Walden looking good to start. Breaking ball coming in at 75 there. Gotta like that he gets some velo on that pitch. He's not babying it.
Walden is the 11th ranked lefty in Georgia for 2022. Currently uncommitted.
Real nice breaking ball there.
Yeah, gets the strikeout to end the inning. A scoreless first half of the inning there for Yankees Baseball Club. And we'll turn it over as we return to Game on Vipers. They'll get things started with Luke Boone at the plate. As we return to action here in the PBR Classic, I'm Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. It's Game on Vipers' turn here to start the bottom of the first inning. Luke Boykin, the center fielder, number 11, up to the plate. He'll be followed by Evan Cohen and Luke Boone.
Yeah, if you're looking for a real good uncommitted outfielder shortstop, Luke Boykin is the guy to look at. You know, he came to our top prospect games last week, ran a 6.6 60. He's 80 across the infield, 89 from the outfield. Can get up into triple digits on an exit velo. I think he hit 14 or 16 home runs this spring.
He's taking on Rhett Wells on the mound from Greater Atlanta Christian. Flicks another one foul. Boykin quickly finds himself in an 0-2 count.
Boykin, a real versatile prospect. Can literally play him anywhere on the infield or outfield. And he's going to hit for power and average at the plate.
He is the number 14th ranked outfielder in Georgia in 2022, and he sends that one into right field, but the catch will be made the first out of the inning. Next up for Game On Vipers is Evan Cohen, the left fielder. Evan from Richmond Hills.
Kind of has that old school batting stance, crouched down, hands back.
He watches one there for the first strike. Wells delivers, watches another. Now 1-1 is the count. One down here in the bottom of the first inning. Game On Vipers against Yankees Baseball Club. Wells misses outside.
Yeah, Wells firing his fastball in there at 87, 88. Coming in from the left side.
Living glove side in this at bat, and he misses there for ball 3.
Wells also an uncommitted arm. Got some power in there. Yeah, it's got to be a tough look for Cohen going left on left, upper 80s, not a ton of time to react, and Wells has that high front side.
Wells 5'11", 160 pounds. Another foul.
He's battling, not giving up on this at bat. Gotta like the approach Cohen's taking right now.
3-2 count, one down here in the bottom of the first inning. And he'll get the strikeout there, the second out.
Yeah, got him with a 88-mile-per-hour fastball and just caught the bottom of the zone.
That'll bring up Luke Boone, and Phil, I know we've talked about Luke Boone before. 6'3", 195-pound Georgia State commit. If you're looking for power within this lineup, look no further than Luke Boone.
Yeah, it's hard to describe the amount of power he's got in there, because it's routinely triple-digit exit velos out of him.
Oh, he's hacking. Yep. Yeah, he's looking to go deep.
Yeah, he's not afraid to let it go.
Luke also a right-handed pitcher up to 86 on the mound, 70 mile an hour on the curveball. He's the 13th ranked outfielder in Georgia in 2022.
Yeah, Boone, a member of Team Georgia at the 2020 Future Games. He hit a bomb there too.
So no stranger to doing damage here at LakePoint Sports. Wells delivers. Watches that for strike 2. Talked about this a little bit yesterday, but when you're taking on a team that has some notable bats on it, it's refreshing to see a pitcher that just wants to go out there and attack regardless of what the resumes say.
Absolutely. Name of the game is throwing strikes. And
Boone sends that one to left field. That's going to be extra bases. Scoots past first, on to second easily for the stand-up double.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about Boone, but one thing that stands out is hits the ball hard consistently, and he also is not deterred by velocity. We've seen him face guys upper 80s, low 90s, and turn it back around, line it into the gaps. So he's got a good eye. He's got a good feel at the plate for hitting.
Well, now a runner in scoring position for Todd Hudson. Todd from River Bluff, South Carolina.
Hudson's one of the most intriguing uncommitted guys on this team. Yeah, you look at that size and he's a monster in the box
6'6",
there.
220.
Hopefully we get a chance to see him pitch this weekend, too. From reports that I've heard, he's been up to 92.
Bat resting on his shoulder. And watches that one for the ball. Now a 1-2 count, one down here in the bottom of the first inning. Luke Boone on second after a stand-up double. Game on Vipers looking to pounce here. Wells glances back at the runner, fires. Strike two. Swings through that one for the inning strikeout, and a pretty strong performance there from Rhett Wells to start it off. Gets a couple strikeouts, mitigates the damage there at second base, leaves the runner stranded as game on Vipers and Yankees Baseball Club are scoreless here after one in our game of the day, the PBR Classic. Be right back with you with more action. Now the top of the second inning here at the PBR Classic, game on Vipers against Yankees Baseball Club, and our game of the day. I'm Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia's Phil Kerber. Lead things off in the second inning is Ryan Martin.
Yeah, Ryan is a physical catcher out of Lassiter High School. State runners up this year.
Martin listed at 5'9", 185. He's the 11th ranked catcher in Georgia in 2022.
Yeah, he's got some real thump in his bat.
Smokes that one to the second baseman. The scoops there, makes the first out of the inning. Nice play there by both sides.
Roman Smith over there at first, flashing the leather. Roman had a nice outing last night on the mound. He's up to 81 with some real heavy sink on his fastball. Every time he comes here, throws strikes.
Walden pumps that one in there, but will not be good. Walden has one strikeout so far. A hack there.
Good spot there by Walden, running his fastball over the outside part of the plate. Staying out there. Battling back to a 2-2 count. Really like how Walton's working. Getting the ball, get on the mound, and go. Really no wasted time. And he's pounding the zone with that fastball.
To the plate, by the way, is Nick Germain from Mount Perrin, one of the state champions there in Georgia in 2021.
Yeah, Nick was a starter in the outfield for Mount Perrin. Now, if my memory serves me correct, he did hit out of the 8 or 9 hole for that team, but if you're familiar with the Mount Perrin lineup, that is a loaded 1 through 9. So Nick was almost like a second leadoff for them.
Smokes that one to left field. Just along the line, the catch will be made. That's 2 down here in the top of the second. He got a hold of that one, but just not enough.
Yeah, it looks like there's a strong breeze blowing in straight from center. Maybe a little bit of cross field. I'd probably knock that down a bit.
That'll bring up Nick Newton from Lassiter.
Walton mixing up his slots there. Slots there a bit. Dropped down to a lower 3/4. Looked like it was a change up there.
Two one is the count with 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Second inning, excuse me. Just misses there. 3-1 is the count. Shoots that one to second. The shortstop, the throw is in time. That'll bring it into the top of the first inning, second inning, excuse me. Yankees Baseball Club and Game On Vipers continue to be scoreless here in our game of the day from the PBR Classic. We'll be back with more right after this. Now the bottom of the second inning, excuse me, here at LakePoint Sports, our PBR Classic Game of the Day as Yankees Baseball Club takes on Game on Vipers 2022. Cory McCartney and PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber with you here.
Yeah, leading things off here is Leighton Finley, Georgia commit. 6'5", 205-pound shortstop.
Jeez,
Yeah,
monster.
You do not find them built like that every day. And Leighton was actually at our PBR Georgia Pro Case 2 weeks ago, and believe it or not, ran a 6'5", 60. So he's scooting with all that strength.
Rhett Wells on the mound once again for Yankees Baseball Club. Fires inside there for ball 2.
Leighton can also get on the mound and run his fastball into the low 90s. And just some more fun facts. His older brother is a pitcher at Georgia Tech.
Should make for a fun family rivalry when he starts suiting up for the Bulldogs. It's under that one for strike 1.
I got an opportunity to talk to Leighton's brother yesterday, who told me that he found out along with everybody else that Leighton had committed to Georgia.
Clearly not doing his job. That'll be ball 3. This is Rhett Wells again on the mound. Cam Lusk behind the plate.
Yeah, Wells really trying to establish that inside corner on Finley.
Misses, and he'll get the leadoff walk. Clearly did not want him to get those arms extended. I'll bring up number 18, Hughes Graham.
Graham out of Vidalia High School, along with a couple of guys on this Game on Vipers roster.
A moment to talk it over here for Wells. Just to run through the defense behind him. Center field, you got Dixon Nolan leading off things today. Andrew McMurray at shortstop. Xander Zizar at first base. Nick Germain in right field. Nick Newton the extra hitter today. Joe Blackwell in left field. Griffin Sorrow at second. Jason Herbert at third. And again, Cam Lusk behind the plate. Pumps that one in there for the first strike. Wells looks at the runner, fires, misses there. Will easily go into second base. Bit of a miscue from Wells there on the delivery.
Yeah, a bit scattered this inning, and velo dropping just a little bit. He was 87, 88 in the first. These first couple pitches in the second have been 84, 86.
Well, he got out of trouble in the first inning after giving up that blister of a stand-up double there by Luke Boone. Again, Game on Vipers have a runner at second base, no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Wells not making life easy on himself.
No, he's missing low and missing into right-handers. You know, we got to make an adjustment here. Do not want to have first and second. No outs.
2-1 count. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Game on Vipers looking to break through. Ball 3. A game plan, as you mentioned here, clearly it was to establish things inside against right-handed batters, but not working at this point for Wells. Gets that one in there for strike 2. Needed that pitch. 84 on the radar.
Haven't seen a breaking ball out of Wells yet.
I would think a full count with no outs and a man on second, this would be a pretty good time to serve one up. Well, misses again with another fastball inside, and that'll put another man on base. So first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
While Wells is missing in, I really like that he's still trying to go inside. A lot of pitchers this age, way more comfortable throwing everything arm side. But Wells just attacking the inside corner.
Now we'll turn things over to Matthew Glass, the catcher.
Glass, a big body.
Another state champion here on the field from Jeff Davis High School. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Finley will reach third.
Heads up play there. Gets caught in the middle between second and third, and catcher lets one go to second. Finley's off to third, and with that speed, it's hard to catch him. And that length. I mean, he must start his slides probably about 2/3 of the way down the line.
Mentioned Glass, a member of that Jeff Davis High School team that won the Georgia 2A state championship. He's also a tight end for the football team at 6'3", 215 pounds.
And for those wondering at home, I did not pick Jeff Davis to win state.
Well, they let you know that on social media too. One O's the count to Glass. Wells gets that in there for a strike. Does look much more comfortable against lefty at the plate. 1-1 the count to Glass. Rhett Wells on the mound for Yankees Baseball Club. Tries to slip that one in there, but umpire does not abide. 2-1 is the count. No outs here. Runners on first and third for Game 1 Vipers. Bottom of the second inning. The 2-1. Wells misses. That'll run it to 3-1.
Struggling to find the zone, and you know, when you're scattered with your commands, sometimes those borderline pitches, umps aren't going to give it to you. I think that was the case 2 pitches ago.
Now the hitters count for Glass, 3-1. That'll walk, the bases loaded. Oh, they gave him the strike. Yeah. Certainly looked outside, but Wells gets the call.
Keeping him in the box.
Now he walks, the bases loaded. Just a little bit delayed there.
You're ahead of your time.
That's right. Conference on the mound here as Wells runs into some trouble. Again, bases loaded, no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Brady Skipper coming to the plate for Game 1 Vipers.
Skipper was another standout at our top prospect games on June 8th. Ran a 6.860, was 85 across the infield, and posted a top exit velo of 96 miles an hour.
Skipper from Coffee County, uncommitted. He's the 24th ranked shortstop in Georgia in 2022.
Yeah, Skipper's a grinder. He's a guy that's going to battle every at bat. He's going to put the ball in play, put the pressure on the D. He's the type of guy that wins you games.
Ball slips away, and Finley will get in for the first run of the day. Game 1 Vipers now with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Still no outs. Rhett Wells trying to get out of this and mitigate some of the damage. Now a 1-0 deficit for Yankees Baseball Club here in the bottom of the second inning. Shows bunt. Makes a throw back to third, but the runner is back in time.
Close play there. Getting a little antsy there on the safety squeeze.
Brady Skipper looking to break this thing open for Game 1 Vipers. 1-1 count here with no outs in the bottom of the second inning. Game on Vipers already leading 1-0. Shows bunt again, sends that one just foul outside the reach. Ryan Martin.
Charging in on that one. Might have had a chance if he left his feet, but never know. Could be taking it a little easy there. Martin was in and out of the lineup with Lassiter this spring, battling a knee injury. So that knee could still be a little tender.
Now a 1-2 count. Yankees baseball club still searching for that first out. Wells misses inside.
Ooh, that was close. It looked like the umpire gave a little flinch, like he was about to ring it, but
now 2-2. Again, another inside miss. That'll run this count full. Roman Smith waiting on deck for Game on Vipers. The 3-2 from Wells. And that will again walk the bases loaded.
Wells a bit unhappy on the mound.
He worked his way out of trouble there in the first inning after that stand-up double from Luke Boone, but certainly not able to get out of trouble this time around. Already facing a 1-0 deficit with the bases loaded again with no outs.
Yeah, it's simply just frustration with himself. That's a tough spot for a pitcher when you're out there and you're having to try to make adjustments pitch by pitch and you just can't find it. You know, you feel lost. And then you start trying to place the ball instead of pitch. And that's where you start running into some trouble.
Yeah, Wells will continue. There's nobody warming up in the bullpen as of now for Yankees Baseball Club. And that will bring up Roman Smith, the big first baseman, Game on Vipers. Strike one, that might have been the kind of pitch that Wells needs to get himself back into this. Smith from Savannah Country Day, 6'3", 220 pounds. Flicks that one past second base. That'll drive in at least one. Make it 2 and now a 3-0 lead for Game on Vipers here in the bottom of the second inning, as Roman Smith cashes in to drive in 2 with a bases loaded single.
Yeah, Smith just finding the hole there in the defense. Right in between first and second. Nice piece of hitting.
Now Caden Spivey, guy who's been all too familiar to success here at LakePoint Sports.
Yep, another member of Team Georgia at the 2020 PBR Future Games. Spivey committed to Notre Dame as a pitcher.
He's up to 91 on the mound. Spivey lays down the bunt. Martin flicks it to first for the first out, but not before Skipper makes it a 4-0 lead for Game on Vipers.
Yeah, real nice bunt by Spivey there. Giving himself up, but for the greater good of the team.
He did what pitchers do at the plate, even though he's not pitching today. Now Josh Gates coming to the plate for Game on Vipers. And the one thing you got to love about Josh Gates is his Twitter account. The bio has hashtag catchers who rake and run.
And
A big hack there. He's looking to do exactly that.
And we can confirm that he does run well. A 6.88 runner last week at our 2021 underclass games.
Well, let's see if he can get the rake part down.
Also packs a punch looking at the blast motion numbers. Go over those in a second.
Another healthy swing has him down 0-2. Josh, again, 6'3", 185 pounds. He's from Savannah Christian Prep.
Yeah, Josh has some serious hand speed. Just diving into some blast motion numbers from last week. He led the entire event, 120 kids in hand speed, 28.9 miles per hour. Ooh.
Hits him. Now he's catcher who rakes and walks after the HBP. Runners now at first and second. That'll turn the lineup back over for Luke Boykin.
Now this is the exact type of spot you want Boykin in. Big time performer.
There's now some movement in the Yankees baseball club bullpen. Wells misses outside. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. Game on Vipers have already scored 4 runs to take a commanding lead. Wells steps off to send Roman Smith back to second. Make it 2-0. Had chance there getting that one in for a strike, but that'll make it a 3-0 count.
Yeah, you got to feel for Wells here. He's clearly frustrated.
Nothing's working, and you're now going through the teeth of this Game on Vipers lineup. Misses again, and that will once again load the bases for Game on Vipers. Now Evan Cohen, the left fielder, coming at the plate.
And, you know, while the command has been all over the place for Wells, there is something to say about the arm strength and arm talent he's got. You know, coming from the left side, being able to be 87, 88, there aren't too many guys in the state, at least, that are capable of that. You know, just some refinements in the delivery. And, you know, who knows what could happen. I'd like to see a breaking ball at some point, just so we get a look at how he can spin it. But given how things are going, I'm guessing they're going to stick with fastballs.
Evan Cohen once again at the plate for Game on Vipers. One out here in the bottom of the second inning, a 4-0 lead for Game on Vipers against Yankees Baseball Club. Wells called for a balk. Walk in the 5th run for Game on Vipers. Umpire calling Yankees Baseball Club's coach over. Further frustration for Wells is not much is working for him on the mound, and then you get called for a balk that walks in another run.
Yeah, just adding frustration to frustration. Looks like the bullpen is emptying out right now for the Yankees.
See if Wells can get his way out of this inning. Wells getting a talking to from the umpire here. Explain to him what he did wrong to balk in that run. And we'll continue now. Runners at second and third. Evan Cohen at the plate. Cohen out of Richmond Hills. He shows bunt. They get a run down here with Caden Spivey. Spivey works his way back to third. He's going to get in safe. Beats the run down.
I think that was Gates there, actually, out of third.
That was. Catchers who rake and run.
There you go. Showing off the wheels.
There you go.
Not the most ideal position to be showing off your wheels, but nonetheless showing a little agility. Juke move back and forth. Gotta like a catcher that can move laterally.
1-0 count now for Evan Cohen. Cohen shows bunt. That one will go foul. One's the count to Evan Cohen. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. A 5-0 game on Vipers lead.
Yeah, I ran into Evan's mother as I was walking into the park this afternoon, who informed me that we have some viewers from Canada, where Evan and his family are originally from this afternoon. So big hello to all of our friends up north.
Yeah, maybe you can send us some poutine. You ever had poutine before?
Yeah.
Well, Evan getting a lot of airtime in this at bat. That's, I'm sure for him, seeming as if it's taking half the day. A 1-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. A 5-0 lead for Game On Vipers.
Yeah, Evan's first at bat was a battle too. Fouled off a number of pitches.
Misses outside for ball 2. The last thing you want to do if you are Wells is load the bases once again with Luke Boone lurking on the on-deck circle. Runs the count full. And the 3-2 from Wells. A healthy hack from Cohen will end that at bat.
Yeah, gets him up in the zone. We're not done yet.
Wells needed that, though. And that will turn it over to Luke Boone.
Yeah, Boone in a double in his first AB. 106 mile per hour exit velocity. Wow. So when we say he can swing it with some power, we aren't joking. So man's got some thunder in his hands.
Yeah, that's an MLB level exit velocity.
Yep. And if you
the ball skips away off the catcher's mitt and gets in there for the 6th run. Gates again showing off that agility. Hashtag catchers who rake and run.
Gets in under the tag there.
Makes it 6-0. All 6 runs coming in this bottom half of the second inning. Now just a runner on third for Boone. 1-0 is the count. Wells misses high again to make it 2-0. Boone flicks that one back. A healthy swing, but went the wrong direction. Boone wielding that bright white bat. Misses high again. Now a 3-1 count.
Nice work there by the catcher to get his glove on that one. That gets by him. That's probably another run with speed Boykin has at third base.
Another foul for Boone. No, this one looks like it might be playable. Over the net and into the crowd.
That one had some real hang time to it.
Now a full count to Boone. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Game on Vipers already up 6-0. Off just 1 hit, by the way. 1 run, 6 hits. And Boone draws the walk. Now Todd Hudson comes to the plate with runners at first and third. 1 out still to get for Yankees Baseball Club.
I mean, this is about as tough as a position as you can be in with these bats that are coming up. Every single one of these, from Boone, Hudson, Finley, all have potential to leave the park with 1 swing. And when you don't really know where the ball's going, it makes for some interesting at-bats.
Wells misses on the 1-0. Now a 2-0 count for Todd Hudson. Sends that one to Ryan Martin. The first baseman has this all to himself to end the inning, but not before Game on Vipers sees a 6-0 lead off 1 hit. We're now through 2 in our game of the day at the PBR Classic. We'll be right back with more action from LakePoint Sports. Welcome back to LakePoint Sports. Now the top of the 3rd inning. Game on Vipers with a 6-0 lead on Yankees Baseball Club. I'm Cory McCartney, joined by PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. Joe Blackwell up to bat for Yankees Baseball Club to start off this 3rd inning. Joe from Lassiter High School. First offering from Jordan Walden misses to start this inning. Imagine Walden has to be a little tensed up after waiting so long through that bottom of the second to get back to work.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at his velo, might have cooled off a bit, 81 on that one.
That might have been a longer layoff from what he had from getting warmed up to the game to go out there and pitch than it was between innings.
There we go, back in the zone here.
Blackwell, the left fielder for the Yankees. Two-one is the count. Blackwell swings through that low outside pitch for a second strike.
Yeah, Walden's been real effective low and away to righties today.
Now has him with a 2-2 count. Blackwell just does enough to stay alive there. Another healthy cut. Blackwell will be followed by Griffin Sorrow and Jason Herbert. The check swing, but he gets the call anyway. The first strikeout of the inning for Jordan Walden.
Real nice breaking ball there. Walden just not needing that breaking ball until he's got 2 strikes, which is always a nice advantage to have. Throw your fastball in there for a strike, get swing and misses with it, and break out the breaking ball when you need it.
Now up is Griffin Sorrow from Woodward Academy, 2023. Griffin playing second base today for the Yankees. Watches that one just miss for ball 2.
Yeah, Sorrow is listed at 5'9", 160 pounds, but he's got a muscular build to him. Strong, sturdy prospect. Has sneaky pop at the plate.
Walden misses high, and that'll run it to 3-0. Yankees baseball club here in the third inning still searching for their first hit. There's strike one. The 3-1 from Walden. Pumps that one in there for another strike. Ball on the field from another game. Always one of the things you have to live with here at LakePoint Sports with so many fields.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel.
3-2 is the count. Walden misses and will walk the batter there, Griffin Sorrow, to bring up Jason Herbert. This will be the first time today that we've seen Walden out of the stretch. Herbert from the Walker School. Thrower to first is not in time. 0-1 is the count to Jason Herbert. Herbert sends that one foul. One strikeout so far for Walden. An 0-2 count to Jason Herbert. Misses for ball 1. And ball 2.
long layoff in the bottom of the second. Looks like it's tightened Walden up a little bit. Not throwing as many strikes as he was in those first 2 innings.
Sorrow working on a healthy lead at first. Another foul by Herbert. Fires and gets the strikeout. Number 2 on the day for Walden.
Real nice job there, battling back in that count. That's what you like to see. You got a 6-run lead. Just throw it over the plate, really. Let your defense work behind you.
Now up is the catcher, Cam Lusk. Two down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Fires back to try to get the runner, but the ball will skip away. Griffin Sorrow now standing at second base. Just an errant pickoff throw there from Walden as Sorrow runs into second.
Yeah, that's an interesting move there. You know, the guy on first doesn't really mean much. You got 2 outs. And it looks like that might be it for Walden.
Yeah, that looks like that will end his day.
A nice outing. Really nice. 2 2/3 innings. 0 hits, 0 runs.
That'll bring up Lawson Cole from the Stratford Academy, 2022. He's a 6'1", 205-pounder. Lawson opens up at 82 on the scoreboard. Wayne County. Excuse me, Stratford Academy. Big-bodied, uncommitted arm.
A nice 11-5 breaker there in the upper 60s. Saw the first fastball and warm-ups was up to 82. Let's see what the slider looks like. Throwing the slider at 70. Looks like he's working 80-82. Little bit of a hitch there on the back side of the arm, but as long as that arm's getting out front on time.
And he'll be working again against Cam Lusk, the Yankees catcher. Two outs in the top of the 3rd inning. Runner on second. A 6-0 lead for Game On Vipers. Yankees still searching for that first hit. Cole gets him swinging for strike 1.
Yeah, up to 83 with that first one.
Cole fires but misses. Now a 1-1 count. Lusk, the batter from St. Francis. And he'll shoot that one foul.
Now, this is what you're looking for when you bring a reliever in. Come out, throw strikes. Don't make the situation any worse than it was to begin.
Cole gets a strikeout. The drop third makes the catch. And that'll end the inning.
Yeah, real nice pitch there. Just buried one. dropped off the table and gets a swing and miss.
The catcher grabbing his arm as he walked away there. We're through 2.5 here in our game of the day in the PBR Classic. Game on Vipers leading 6-0. We'll continue with more from LakePoint Sports. Back here at LakePoint Sports, our PBR Classic Game of the Day. Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. The bottom of the third inning, a 6-0 lead for Game On Vipers. Trey Kazienko now from Buford on the mound for the Yankees.
Yeah, Kazienko comes out with 77 with some run and sink on it. You know, that's the type of stuff you're going to need to get Finley out.
And he is obviously part of that loaded Buford program that looked like one of the top teams in the nation for so much of the year, Phil, and then ended up having a disappointing ending there in the Georgia high school playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how the Georgia playoffs go. It's a really, I mean, anything can happen. Buford ran into Pope, who has that tradition of winning, and they surprised him.
Finley shoots that to right field. Ryan Martin will make the catch for out one.
Now, if you ask anybody from Pope, was it a surprise? I'm sure they would vehemently disagree with me, but that's just my take.
Well, he gets through Leighton Finley, and that will remain with Hughes Graham and Matthew Glass here in the third inning. Kazienko, a long-bodied pitcher, and he's using every inch of that frame on this delivery. Big leg kick. Graham shoots that one to left field, but the catch will be made for the second out.
Yeah, that was well struck there, but right at the left fielder. Had to take about 5 steps backwards. And
next up is Matthew Glass, the catcher. Glass watches the first offering for the ball, 77 mile an hour. A healthy hack there at the first strike.
Kazienko going. I think every one of these fastballs is coming in at 77. Yet to see the breaking ball. Haven't seen a breaking ball from the Yankees at all this game.
Another fastball there flicked away for the second strike.
Gets it up to 78 there. But 78 looks a little deceiving. It looks like the ball's coming out of his hand a little bit firmer.
Misses for ball 2. A little bit of Max Fried in Kazienko's delivery. Smokes that one, but it will go foul. I think we had mentioned this a little bit yesterday in our previous game, but for when you have these pitchers who aren't necessarily running it up into the mid to high 80s, I mean, it has to be a little bit little different approach for these batters.
Yeah, I mean, these guys on Game On are used to high-level pitching. Most of these kids, most of these Georgia guys are used to that high velo arms. So when you get a guy that's throwing upper 70s, it's a tough transition to adjust to, because you're not seeing these guys very often, and your eyes are used to that mid-80s, upper 80s fastball.
Well, he gets him with the fastball there. Glass takes a healthy hack for the third strike, the inning-ending strikeout. Still 6-0 as we are through 3 innings in our game of the day from the PBR Classic. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports. Back here at LakePoint Sports, the top of the 4th inning, Yankees Baseball Club taking on Game On Vipers. A 6-0 Game On Vipers lead. Lawson Cole, on the mound for the Vipers here to start off the 4th inning. He's facing Dixon Noland, center fielder.
Now, I might just be taking a guess here, but judging by the last name, Dixon is the younger brother of Walker Nolan, potentially.
From Lassiter High School.
Yep. Walker was one of the top arms on that Lassiter team that finished state runner-up to Houston County.
Dixon, a 2023 outfielder. Cole gets him frozen for the strikeout to start things off here in the 4th.
I mean, that's just a great spot. That's almost unhittable.
Another Buford High School product here, Andrew McMurray up to the plate now.
Now, Andrew was in and out of the lineup depending on who was pitching for Buford this spring, but he was one of their go-to pinch runners, which means he's got quite a bit of speed if you're running for Buford.
McMurray playing shortstop today for the Yankees. Shoots that one to the second baseman. A dribbler cannot make the throw in time on the bobble.
Love the hustle down the line. You know, anything can happen when you're going to chop one down. McMurray busts it all the way down.
Xander Zizar, the first baseman, up to bat now for the Yankees. Cole fires ball one. Zizar sends that one foul down the left field line.
It is noteworthy that a large portion of this Yankees baseball club roster are 2023 grads playing up.
The batter Zizar from Alexander High School, one of them. Cole misses again. Now a 3-1 count with one out and a runner on in the top of the fourth inning. The borderline pitch there, but Cole, another ball, and that will make it runners at first and second there off the walk for Ryan Martin. Maybe the most dangerous hitter in this lineup now, up to the bat.
Yeah,
Ability to do some damage.
if we're talking about power, this is a guy who can change a game with one swing. And we just look him set up in the box there. He means business. Ooh. And he was thinking high fastball. Let's see it fly.
Now 0-1 to Martin. Slips the breaking ball in there for the strike at 69 mile an hour.
Really nice pitch. Throwing it at the front leg. Nothing Martin can do there.
Wanted that one, and a little bit of a smile from Cole after that delivery. Now 1-2. Chopper to the third baseman, cannot make the play. That'll load the bases here with one out.
Catcher shaking up a bit on that play. Might have caught the backswing from Martin. Did not see it myself.
Hughes Graham, by the way, now catching for Game On Vipers. He replaced Matthew Glass, who got things started behind the dish. Now Nick Germain up to bat. Notable that a couple errors here. Still Yankees looking for their first hit of the day. Cole with the bases loaded and one out. Healthy swing from Germain.
Yeah, I really like that. He just, an error happens there. Sometimes as a pitcher, that can shake you up a bit, but Cole just gets right back on the bump, fires in a first pitch strike.
Germain shoots that one to left field. That one is backtrack and gone. A grand slam home run from Nick Germain. Cuts the lead to 6-4.
tried to tell you in his last at bat, that Mount Perrin lineup doesn't matter if you're hitting 9-hole. You're an accomplished hitter, and Jermaine's showing it here for Yankees.
I think Joe Blackwell, the left fielder, thought he had a play on that one, but could not be contained. As Nick Jermaine makes it a 6-4 game. The first hit, cashing in on a couple of errors by Game 1 Vipers, makes it a 6-4 game with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
And we had a 93-mile-per-hour exit velocity on that home run there. Cole a little ticked off. He gets up to 84 there.
Nick Newton now up at the plate. Sends that one to third and makes the play there for the second out. Caden Spivey, after a miscue early on, makes the play there for out number 2. Now Joe Blackwell, the left fielder, up to plate. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Now 6-4 after the grand slam from Nick Jermaine. Now a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Misses on the pitch there and makes it 2-1. Sends that one to the second baseman, who crashes and leads off, lets the first baseman make the catch, and Game On Vipers get out of that inning. But not before Nick Jermaine comes through with a grand slam home run to cut it to 6-4 as we sit in the middle of the 4th inning in our game of the day from the PBR Classic. Welcome back to LakePoint Sports, our PBR Classic game of the day. Game on Vipers and Yankees Baseball Club now 6-4. Game on Vipers lead after a grand slam from Nick Jermaine in the top of the 4th inning. Trey Kazienko continues on the mound for the Yankees. He will take on Brady Skipper, the second baseman. Sends that one to right field, drops in. He's heading to second base. No, they're calling him back. Looked like that one had dropped in.
I thought I saw the chalk come up on there. Those white pellets we got down the line. That was a interesting call. How the umpire was the closest one to it.
You might be hearing it from some of the family members that are camped out there in right field. Might be where the Skippers decided to watch this afternoon. So Brady Skipper will grab his bat again and go up after what appeared to be extra bases was called foul. The 0-1 to Skipper. Gets underneath this one, sends it to right field, and Ryan Martin will make the catch for the first out. Now it's Roman Smith's turn with one down here in the inning. Phil, I think that was your first breaking ball of the day from the Yankees.
Coming in at 66.
Back to the fastball for another ball. Now a 2-0 count to Roman Smith, the first baseman. Kazienko goes inside to get strike one. Smith foul to the third baseman. Now 2-2 with one out. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, a 6-4 lead for Game On Vipers. Smith hacks through that one for the first strikeout. Kazienko impressing here in this relief appearance.
Yeah, getting stronger and stronger as his outings progressed.
And now it's Caden Spivey, the third baseman's turn. Spivey drives that one to center field, but the catch will be made to end the inning. A nice response there from the Yankees after clawing back to make it 6-4. Now through 4 innings here in our game of the day, the PBR Classic. We'll be right back with more from LakePoint Sports. Continuing here in our game of the day from the PBR Classic, the 5th inning now, a 6-4 lead for Game On Vipers. Yankees Baseball Club back at the plate. Griffin Starr will get things started against Lawson Cole here in the fifth inning. Cole misses there for ball one. A solid start to him to start this relief appearance, but then got into trouble last inning, ultimately giving up that big home run, a grand slam to Nick Germain. 1-1's the count now to Griffin Sorrow, the second baseman for the Yankees. Swing through strike 2. Cole delivers. Hits the batter, and he will take first base. So a man at first as Jason Herbert takes the plate, the third baseman for the Yankees. Cole fires and misses for ball 1. Healthy lead for Sorrow.
This is up with that one. Cole still sitting in the low 80s here.
Cole can't get that one inside. Now a 3-0 count. And Herbert will watch strike 1. Three-1 is the count. A man on at first and no outs in the top of the 5th inning. A 6-4 lead for Game On Vipers, and he walks him. So Herbert takes his base, and that'll bring up Cam Lusk, the catcher.
Yeah, big spot here. First, second, no outs. Top of the order for Yankees looming on deck.
Shows bunt, but it goes foul. Lusk again from St. Francis, 6 foot, 160-pound, class of 2023. 0-1 is the count here. Lawson Cole on the mound. Shows bunt again, but pulls it back for a strike. Makes it 0-2. Gets the bunt down this time. Makes the play at first. Runners will advance, though, so now second and third with 1 out.
Yep, and we're back to the top of the order.
Dixon Nolan again up to the bat. The Lassiter 2023. Cole can't get that one in for ball 1. Sends that one to the first baseman. He cannot make the play in time, though, and a run will score. Griffin Sorrow getting in as Jason Herbert advances to third base.
Yeah, Smith was able to knock that one down, but even if he was able to collect it, nobody was covering the bag.
So that makes it a 6-5 Game On Vipers lead. After 6 runs in the second inning, they've been outscored 5-0 since. Now Andrew McMurray's turn, the shortstop. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Game on Vipers, holding on to a 6-5 lead.
Let's see if we got any first and third action going on. I know yesterday we had quite a bit with the Georgia Jackets running that delayed steal.
A hack from McMurray there for strike 1.
The Yankees have good speed on first base with Noland over there.
Cole steps off, and Noland will return to first. Runner Herbert scoots down the line, but we'll go back. 2-1 is the count to Andrew McMurray. Lawson Cole delivers. The runner goes. Leighton Finley makes the play for the second out, but another run gets across that will tie things up. 6-6 here in the top of the 5th inning. Nice play on the run by Finley, but Yankees able to tie things up. And that will bring an end to the day for Lawson Cole in this relief appearance.
It looks like Luke Boone's. Oh, nope. We're going to Leighton Finley.
Finley, the Georgia commit, gets up to 90 mile an hour. So going to see some major heat here. His first warm-up pitch in at 87. Phil, what makes Finley so effective on the mound?
No, he's an athlete up there. I mean, plain and simple. Can make adjustments on the fly. Plus, he's got some overpowering stuff. I mean, upper 80s, low 90s fastball. He can spin a breaking ball.
And that one up to 90.
When we're talking tools, he's got them all. He can run, hit for power. He's got plenty of arm strength. And he's 6'5", 205 pounds or so. That's going to make you an enticing prospect to just about everybody.
Well, he will take on Xander Zizar, the first baseman, with Ryan Martin to follow. And then Nick Germain, who, of course, hit that grand slam an inning ago. 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Already 2 runs scored in this inning for the Yankees to tie things up at 6-6. There's the breaking ball at 70 miles an hour. .90 again from Finley, that last warm-up toss. And Sizar to the plate with 2 outs. Runner at second. 6-6 is the score.
Oof.
Sizar flicks the first offering at 91 mile an hour foul, excuse me.
Yeah, just a little late.
Sizar not intimidated by this Bulldog commits arm. That one over the third baseman's head. That's going to score another run for the Yankees. Xander Sizar coming through with a bloop RBI single to make it 7-6 in the top of the 5th. Three runs, excuse me, in this inning. They've now outscored the Vipers 7-0 since trailing by 6 after the second.
And that's just a big AB by Sizar there. Comes out swinging the first 2 pitches and gets enough of the barrel on it to bloop it into shallow left field. Now you got the ever dangerous Ryan Martin up.
So here you go, Phil. Power versus power.
Mm-hmm.
Shows 90, that fastball that misses. Shoots that one to the second baseman, makes the flip to shortstop to end the inning. Not before the Yankees take 3 in this frame to open up a 7-6 lead in the 5th inning of PBR Classic. Our game of the day. Will be back with more from LakePoint Sports. Back here at LakePoint Sports, the bottom of the 5th inning. Yankees have taken a 7-6 lead on Game On Vipers in our PBR Classic Game of the Day. I'm Cory McCartney, along with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. Trey Kazienko continues on the mound for the Yankees in this inning. He's taking on Josh Gates.
Josh, catchers who rake and run, Gates.
That's right. And we got a little taste of that last inning, showing off some agility to get back out of the pickle safely into third. Missed there at 75-mile-an-hour, makes it 2-0 the count to Josh Gates.
Yeah, not the start you want after your team spots you 3 runs, gives you the lead.
Hey, if you missed it, Game On Vipers took a 6-0 lead in the 2nd inning. But Yankees have clawed their way back to take the lead. A grand slam home run in the 4th, and they cash in with 3 more runs. 2 of them off of Leighton Finley, the Georgia commit, in the 5th inning. And 3-1 pitches in there for a strike.
Yeah, Gates with the red light all the way there.
In for strike 2. Gates smacks his foot there. A little frustration as he watches the fastball just straight down the middle.
Yeah, I think he knew that was the pitch that he should have let his swing go on.
But he will get to first base as that next pitch misses.
And that was a big at-bat from Gates. Turn the lineup over, get himself on. Now you've got Boykin who can deliver a big hit for you.
Again, Gates with some speed. We'll see how aggressive he is at first base, the lefty on the mound. Kazienko pumps that one in for strike 1. Glances at Gates and fires. That one skips in front of the plate for the ball. Kazienko misses for ball 2, 75-mile-an-hour there. 2-1 is the count to Luke Boykin. The Yankees now leading 7-6 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Boykin shoots that to left field, and that will drop for a base hit. Gates in at second base. moving the runners along again. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Game on Vipers looking to respond. The Yankees have scored 7 runs the last 2 innings.
Boykin just got enough of that one to kind of put it in that Bermuda Triangle area between left center and shortstop. And we got Cohen, who's been very competitive at the plate in his first 2 ABs, fouling pitches off. You know, he's had to battle with the left-on-left matchup all afternoon.
Well, another shout out to Grandma in Canada, if she's still watching with us here, the Cohen family. See if Evan can come through and put the Vipers back on top. Gets the bunt down. Pitcher Kenzienko unable to make the play. Cohen in there for safe at first, and that will load the bases with no outs, and Luke Boone coming to the plate.
Yeah, I'm going to say even if Kazienko fielded that one cleanly, Cohen was really moving down the line there. It would have been a bang-bang play.
Yeah, putting that bunt just left of the mound. I mean, just exactly where he wanted it. Tough play for a left-handed pitcher to turn to make that throw.
And now we've got the big bat of Luke Boone. I can tell you he's going to be looking to put the ball over the fence.
Oh, the ball gets away, skips into the turf. And again, catchers who run, Josh Gates gets in there to tie things up.
Yeah, that was one of the more odd bounces that you will see at this park. Home plate a little elevated above the turf, and it catches that front lip. Gets some hang time. Nothing you can do there.
And that may be it for Kazienko. And Phil, that's one of the, obviously these fields here at LakePoint Sports are all turf, and that's something that unless you're used to playing on these fields, you really just can't prepare for.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, how many times a game is that going to happen? Maybe once. And, of course, it happens in a critical situation like that. I mean, there's just nothing you can do.
Well, it's now a 7-7 game. Yankees trailed 6-0, but they scored 7 in their last 2 innings. But game on Vipers getting that run here. Josh Gates scoring on the wild pitch, and now Luke Boone again up at the plate with no outs and an opportunity to do some damage with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Kazienko will continue in this inning. 1-0 is the count to Luke Boone. A healthy cut there by Boone, but cannot get that timed up.
Nah, there's some real whip and aggression in that swing. I mean, he wants to tear the cover up that baseball.
Another big hack for a foul.
Yeah, you see Boone shaking his head down there like he knew those last 2 were the ones to hit. He just missed them.
1-2 is the count. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kazienko misses, and that'll make it 2-2.
Yeah, nice job by Boone laying off that there.
Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Up the middle, the 2nd and 3rd shortstop cannot make the play. 1 run scores, another coming across the plate now, a 9-7 lead for Game On Vipers. Luke Boone comes through with a couple RBI.
And back and forth we go. Yeah, once you get to this part of the Game On Vipers lineup, you better hope that they are putting the ball on the ground because you do not want these guys to elevate anything.
Big Todd Hudson now up to the plate. Boone at first. Leighton Finley to follow, and I'm sure Leighton Finley is rearing and ready to go to do some damage himself after a frustrating appearance on the mound there in the last half an inning. Zienko gets that in for strike two.
That catches the bottom half of the zone there.
A head shake from Hudson, who may not have been quite so sure that was a strike. Zienko back to the pitcher. Well, they're saying that one hit off of his foot.
Yeah, not a good feeling there. Even if he's got that shin protector there, that's still going to sting a little bit. You always got to wonder when they get back in the box, how's that going to feel when he takes his next swing? Yeah, he rightly taking a little bit of time in between.
0-2's the count. Kazienko against Hudson. And ball one. Bottom of the fifth, now a 9-7 lead for Game On Vipers. Kazienko misses again, now a 2-2 count. Hudson shoots that foul.
Seems like these game on hitters are getting pitches they like, but a couple of them are a little frustrated with the swings they're getting off on them. Hudson slapping his bat after that foul ball.
Hudson shoots that to center field, and that one will drop. Boone going to be in at third base.
Yeah,
Hudson standing at second.
Got just enough of the barrel on that. Looks like he jammed up there and bloops it into center field. I mean, that's just kind of outside of that double by Boone and the home run by Germain. Most of these hits have just been weak contact that's finding a gap in between the infield and outfield.
Now runners at second and third, and be a pitching change. Kazienko's day's over with Leighton Finley getting ready to come to the plate.
It looks like we're going with another left-hander making his way out of the bullpen. That'll be the third lefty the Yankees are rolling out this afternoon.
So another lefty on the mound here for Yankees Baseball Club. A bit of a sidearm delivery here, the submarine look from Wyatt Doyle from Perry. This will mean an adjustment at the plate for Leighton Finley as he tries to pick up on a ball coming at that angle.
Yeah, that's a difficult angle. And you add in that he's a left-hander.
That last offering in this warm-up up to 74. A lot of whip in that action.
Yeah, he's slinging it. I mean, from down there, you're going to see a lot of run and sink on the ball. Probably working with a sweeping breaking ball. Although then again, the Yankees haven't shown an affinity for curveballs or breaking balls of any sort. They seem to like to challenge the hitters with the fastball and fastball only.
The catcher Lusk will chat with Doyle before they take on Leighton Finley, again the Georgia commit. Here we go, the 6'2", 210-pound Wyatt Doyle, again from Perry, taking on Leighton Finley. And now a 9-7 lead for Game On Vipers in the bottom of the 5th inning. They've scored 3 runs in this inning. Runners at second and third. Finley watches the first offering from Doyle for ball 1. Misses again.
Yeah, Doyle working 76 to 77, those first 2 fastballs.
The bat yet to move off of Leighton Finley's shoulder at this bat. There it is. He sends that one foul. First pitch in the zone we've seen from Doyle in this appearance. Two ones to count to Leighton Finley. Misses again. That makes it 3-1.
Yeah, he's leaving everything arm side, outside of that 1. Got to get his arm through a little bit more. There it is. Oh, man.
Called him for a balk.
Second balk of the game for Yankees.
Not the way I think Game On Vipers wanted to build on that lead, but that makes it 10-7 here in the bottom of the 5th. That's the 4th run of the inning for the Vipers.
I mean, looking at the scoreboard, that is quite an interesting stat line. We got 7 total hits and 17 runs scored.
Yeah. But, you know, that final line, a number of errors from both teams in this game. And Finley with the walk. So Hughes Graham back to the plate. Wyatt Doyle still trying to find his rhythm in this relief appearance for the Yankees. The balk has now made it 10-7. Runners at first and third with no outs. Doyle misses, but that might have been his best pitch so far.
Yeah, that was a great spot. You know, outside corner. Looked good to me, but I'm not behind the plate.
We're way behind the plate. Can't get that one either. Makes it 2-0. 75 mile an hour on the scoreboard.
I'm also sympathetic to pitchers. So.
Graham sends that back one to the pitcher, makes the throw to second base in time for the out, but another run scores Todd Hudson across the plate to now make it 11-7 Game On Vipers.
I think he dropped the ball out there at second on the throw, and he's safe.
All right, then still no outs in the bottom of the 5th.
It hasn't been the most defensively sound game from either team, really. And they're both taking advantage of the other's mistakes.
All right, Matthew Glass at the dish. The first left-hander that Doyle has faced. We'll see. It's more difficult of a at bat this is for both sides. As much as he's been missing arm side, this should be an interesting experience for Matthew Glass.
Yeah, if you look at Glass, it looks like he's set up way out in that batter's box, like he knows there's a ball coming at him.
And a bit of an over and adjustment there for Doyle as he misses badly glove side. And a chat at the mound is, well, that'll actually do it for Doyle. So another pitching change with an 11-7 lead for Game 1 Vipers here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And I think we've reached time limit.
Well, there you go. That'll do it.
Is.
Yeah, well, an exciting game, though. We got to see a grand slam home run from the Yankees via Nick Germain. Some excitement there as well from this Game On Vipers lineup. And, you know, Phil, you knew that the talent that this Game On Vipers team had. What did you like, and what do you need to see improve from this crew as this PBR Classic continues for them?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing we're going to look at is the number of errors. Got to clean up the defensive part of the game, especially when, you know, their pitchers, Walden was throwing strikes, Cole was throwing strikes. If your pitchers are giving you throwing strikes, you have to have, your defense has to back them up, because you can't just have one thing going good and the other going bad. It doesn't equal two good things. So shore up the defense, the bats. I mean, there's no worries about those bats. Boykin, Finley, Boone, Cowan. I mean, we could keep going. Hudson. Those are all some big power bats that are going to hit the ball. So shore up those defensive errors, and we could see Game On make a deep run. Game On Vipers make a deep run at the PBR Classic.
Well, our Game On, our Game On, our Game of the Day series will continue Saturday, 12:30. We'll have Canes Baseball Adams versus Titans Baseball on 17U action. Canes Baseball Adams coming down from West Central Ohio to take on a local squad here in Titans Baseball. Phil, what do you expect to see tomorrow? I mean, obviously, Titans Baseball is no stranger to playing here at LakePoint Sports.
No, I'm very familiar with the Titans team, but I'll be honest, I am very unfamiliar with the Canes Baseball Adams team. So it'll be an interesting one. This is a Titans team that last week at National Program Invitational pulled off some impressive wins, one against the Canes. And they have the bats, they have the arms. So they're a team that I think is another team that could make a deep run in this PBR Classic. It just kind of comes down to performing consistently.
Well, we'll see what Canes Baseball Adams is able to do against that Titans baseball crew. Of course, you'll be able to find us streaming on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I appreciate everybody joining us. I'm Cory McCartney. He is Phil Kerber, and we'll be back at it tomorrow, so make sure you join us. We'll be streaming another of our Game of the Day here from the PBR Classic.